Hello, Leo. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing your weekly tarot reading, tuning into Leo's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through for you this week. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, Leo, in the past we have the Page of Swords. This is learning something new, a new way of being, a new way of seeing things. Good boy. My dog Chuck just wanted to come in and join you. Join us for this reading, huh, Chuck? All right. So you're learning something new in the past, a new way of seeing things, a new way of doing things, a new operating system, new beliefs. Boy, this is huge. I'm getting that you're starting out in this reading, learning something new in the past, new ways of perceiving the world around you. And it feels like it's going a little slow going, or you're perceiving it in the past as slow going. You've got so many new ideas. All right, what do we need to know? What does Leo need to know? There's a mother wound, an unhealed mother wound. This is a punishing feminine energy. This is controlling. This is not nurturing. This is my way or the highway. I'll invest in... It feels a little transactional too. That's interesting for a mother wound. This is not caring. This is not loving. This is not nurturing. This is not abundant. This energy is very clingy. There's a lack of trust, a lack of faith. Someone wants to be someone wants to be abundant and also independence. Independence from this mother wound. I feel like in the past, whoever has this mother wound wants to be free of it. There could be this projecting the mother wound onto someone else. Like that's your issue. And so I'm going to leave this person who embodies the mother wound, and I'm gonna adios myself. But there's this lack of realization that, this ownership of one's own mother wound, that why someone's showing up in your environment in this very toxic, painful mother wound it's like a denial that that's about me. I want to be free of this. I want to move forward. I want to have a new beginning. I want to do things differently. I don't want the mother wound with me. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to attract this type of energy. But there's a lack of, There's a lack of acting on your passions. There's a lack of action. There's a lack of action. It's like I'm seeing things differently. I'm seeing things clearly. I see this mother wound. I want freedom from it. I want away from this energy. I almost feel like I have to sneak away from this mother wound because whoever has this mother wound is very clingy, very needy, very demanding, and very wounding. But I want this new beginning. I want something completely new and different, but I don't have the courage of my convictions. I'm afraid. I'm not taking action. There's a lack of action, a lack of passion, a lack of trust in taking action. I feel like I'm afraid to take action because I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt by this mother wound energy. I can't burn through this. It's got a hold on me. So, wow. All right. That's in your past. In your present energy, Leo, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is very hit and go energy. It's like this energy is not consistent. That's what that is. And it's having the same issue that from the past, failure of convictions. So this is someone who doesn't have their own fire, their own spark. And so they can't find their passionate spark and trust and use that fiery energy. Leo, fiery energy. It's like you're not being yourself. You're not trusting your passions. Someone's got you in your head and you're not following. And so now it's like I can only feel passion when I'm meeting up with someone who has that spark within them. I don't have my own spark, and that's why the energy is inconsistent, because I'm going from fire to fire to fire. I'm not carrying that fire of desire within. So it's very inconsistent. And it's like burning through other people's fiery energy until their fire's out, and then going to another fire and kind of hoarding. It's an inability to carry your own fire. It looks like that cycle's ending. That was quick. So there's this very inconsistent energy, and in this week, Leo, that cycle's ending. It looks like you come out of the end of that cycle with, I don't feel like I have any options. You come out of a cycle of being inconsistent and realize you don't have any options. You perceive someone as being a bully, someone being very mean, cruel, heartless. This is someone who's very codependent, dependent, addiction, attaching, that I don't want you to leave. So it feels like you're ending this cycle of this inconsistent energy of needing others to light your fire for you. And however, you feel like, oh my God, I don't have any options. But And your option is someone who's a bully. Wow, it looks like they want to play. Oh boy. Wow. Wow. They don't want you to see this about them. That's why the cards landed on the ground far away. Like, I don't want you to know this about me. This person put you in Three of Swords energy, or you have behaved in this way as well. It's like this feels like a threat. That's what this feels like. This feels like, if you don't do what I tell you to do, if you don't be mine, if you don't, it feels like a threat, then I'm going to share all of this with others. Like, it feels like, or someone, or that it's mean spirited. This person is losing control, and they're at that punishing energy. That's where I was tuning in the past, this mother wound that someone's trying to escape. And they're really wounded. They truly believe that this is how they get to their 10 of Cups, is through bullying and control, fear and control, manipulation. I'm going to pin you in. I need you to see things the way I see things. There's someone in your environment who's very loving, very nurturing, and they're very focused on whatever it is that they want to create, whatever it is they're creating, their heart. They're very sensitive, very loving, very nurturing. So this is someone who is very loving, nurturing, caring. So someone who does embody that very feminine mother energy. And it looks like whoever this is helps you go to calmer waters. Okay, let's keep moving, Leo. Messages from your higher self is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Looks like you're coming out of some financial hardships. I don't know if it's necessarily about the financial aspect, as more as the interpersonal coming. You felt left out, isolated, separated, maybe from yourself. And you're coming out of that isolation period, feeling left out, feeling, you know what's interesting? This is the first time I'm reading Five of Pentacles in reverse as kind of like a princess trapped in a tower, like when Cinderella was locked in her room. I feel like you've been locked in a room, locked in, confined, and you have the resource, you have the key to let yourself out. And I feel like Spirit's saying, get out. You can get out now. You've got the key. You've got what it takes. Head over heart. Use logic. There's something about this mother wound, and whoever has it, they play on emotions and wounds. There's a need to get very clear and direct. Very direct. No. It feels like also cutting cords, being cold, turning your back on what doesn't work, because there are people who want to work with you. There are people, there's someone who wants to work with you, wants to build something with you. This does feel like around work. You need to be able to walk away from something that's emotionally unsatisfying. It looks like that's difficult for you because of the mother wound, because of guilt and shame. Feels like you have an opportunity here to really heal a childhood wound, realizing that this is not love. This is not soul fulfillment. You might be telling me that this is love, and maybe that was your original mother wound, your mother saying, well, this is love. This is me loving you. And so you're like, okay, that's love. This Empress in reverse, this toxic feminine energy is what love is. And I feel like you're really connecting the dots, seeing that is not, that might be their perception of love, but that's not how you feel loved and cared for. And there's this realization that you've been investing in the wrong people, the wrong energies. Finally, I feel like a passion, like, oh, this isn't working. This is not joyful. This is not a celebration. Boy, there's a lot. It looks like as soon as you leave, and this is the first time I'm feeling a spark come out, like a inside, an internal spark. I need to leave because there's so much of this wounded, watery energy. I can't get a spark going internally. But there's something about leaving this connection that leads to your wish fulfillment. It's really difficult for you to see others' perspectives. There's this unwillingness to see things from a different point of view. Ooh, and that's causing a lack of healing. That's causing a hopelessness and despair. And you lose your courage, you lose your strength and that internal trust and belief and ability to go towards what you want. All right, Leo, your challenge right now is the Ten of Swords. Feels like everything is very painful right now, very wounding. You're ending a painful cycle. This is the end. This is the end of a painful cycle. And your challenge, it's really difficult to move forward right now. Feels like you're more in a processing, trying to see things, get some clarity, and process things. Something that's hidden from you. Something that's a secret. It has a feminine air, like feminine mystique type of energy, something I don't understand, that I'm letting go of. I'm letting go of trying to make sense of something that's not like feminine mystique, I don't understand. I'm going to let go of the woundedness. I'm going to let go of trying to heal someone or something that's wow. There's a need to let go of, there's an exhaustion here. It's also the end of like this exhaustion, because it feels like you're very entwined with this mother wound and whoever has it. It looks like you're really close to letting that go and bringing balance. It's difficult to have patience right now. It's difficult to understand that you're right where you need to be, as uncomfortable as this feels, because there's some balancing that's coming together, because you're ending a very painful cycle and a very overwhelming cycle and so that's a lack of fire. There's a need to come back into balance, to have patience. Wow. All right. What's hidden is the King of Swords in reverse. This is someone who's mentally manipulative. This is someone who's exacting, wounding, punishing, uses fear, mental manipulation. This is more like bad daddy energy. This person's very insecure. They really need to have things go their way. Yeah. They use lies. Oh, they use lies and say it's divine. Oh. This might be a bad. Someone who's says they're an authority, but they're using their words to control and manipulate others. They're saying it's divine, which it might be for them, but we each have access, or there's an opportunity for each of us to have our own divine guidance. But this person wants their guidance that they have for others to follow their guidance. Like they perceive their messages they're receiving from the divine as superseding anyone else's. So they're using that divine guidance, wow, to control another King of Swords in reverse. They're doubling down. Or they're going head to head with someone who is also mentally manipulative. There is something about communication. Manipulative communication here. Someone wants to move forward. Someone has a plan. Someone wants to, get the hell out of here. I want to move away from this energy. Wow. There is someone doing a lot behind the scenes. This is hidden from you. This is someone they're I just heard on a warpath. So what I'm getting is, wow, this feels very specific, but there's someone in a mother wound energy. They feel very feminine and they use masculine energy. They manipulate masculine energy tell them lies, get them riled up, and point them in, towards whoever they perceive as bad. As this is, wow. Does that make sense? Is this like lighting up anything for you? What it looks like is someone really trying to hook someone in their toxic feminine energy, wanting to hook into this divine inner masculine when they're out of sorts, when they're not at their best, and manipulate them. Wow. And point them towards a target. It looks like I'm getting that you're moving away from this and you're counteracting this type of behavior by tuning into source. I'm la 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 a bit to whoever this is and your environment, and you're moving away towards what you desire, and you're connecting with source. There's a lot of fertility where you're headed. Something new. Seeds of beginning. You're going to open doors as you move away from this energy. Speaking of this energy, your opportunity this week, Leo, is the Devil, Capricorn energy. What's Leo's opportunity this week? What do we need to know about the Devil? The Devil. Looks like you're going to be out having fun, a celebration, a get-together. Maybe this weekend. It's like, it looks fantastic. It feels fantastic. Like friends. Like-minded. Joyful. Fun. Wow. This looks fantastic. So there's an opportunity. I'm seeing the Devil energy. That's toxicity, that's addiction, that's codependency, trauma bonds. I feel like someone is like, come here, come. Reaching out that hand, like, come into this trauma bond. But you're having fun, you're going towards what you want, and you're taking care of yourself, you're loving yourself. Wow. It does look like you're worried about your finances, you're worried about abundance. So it's interesting, like, you're meeting new people, or you're out with your friends, you're really celebrating life and feeling loved and receiving love. However, there is a concern about your finances, about instability. But there's this energy of like Stella gets her groove back. I've been talking, Leo, about how your energy, especially in the beginning, feels watery. There's a lack of fire, a lack of passion. There's definitely this energy of Stella gets her groove back. I'm concerned about, however, you've got this spark of this idea, or you light your own fire by allowing yourself to be loved and cared for by friends. There's a worry about your finances, but you've got this spark, but you don't feel protected. like the King of Wands, and a lot of wands energy that has that salamander, protected by fire. The Queen of Wands doesn't have the salamander. She's not protected in when she acts on her desires. She puts herself at risk by following her desires. And I feel like you've got that spark. However, you're hesitant because there's like a lack of trust, or I don't want to lose this spark. I finally have this spark, and you're feeling guarded. But I'm getting that you're learning how to protect that fire, that spark. You're guarding yourself, you're holding your energy, and it's like I realize this is just the beginning of a bonfire, a campfire, where you've just got the coconut fronds or the newspaper. It's just the beginning glimmers. The wood hasn't really caught fire. It's not burning strong, so you're taking care of yourself and guarding yourself from those who want to blow your fire out, to make you feel needy and in that devil energy of I need others to light my fire instead of having your internal fire. That's the opportunity this week. Getting out of that devil energy that others spark my fire instead of I spark my own fire. It's worth protecting. All right, Leo, your possible outcomes, the Queen of Swords in reverse. This is someone unnecessarily cruel. This is someone who can't stand lies, that they're mentally manipulative. Ooh, wow. Wow, someone really in their emotions, trying to manipulate the situation, trying to retell the story, reframe the story so they come out looking good. So they're in their ego. They're worried about the storyline. They're worried how they're being perceived, and they're in their emotions. They're overwhelmed by their emotions. What does Leo need to know about the possible outcome? Thank you for possible outcome. Wow, the devil energy again. I feel like if this is you're trying to tell your story, like your ego's trying to make you the good guy in every scenario, make you righteous. If you're overwhelmed by emotions, I'm getting that makes you susceptible to this devil energy. That's how this energy gets in when your light goes out. When you're in a panic mode trying to come out looking good. Overwhelmed with emotions. Ooh, okay. Ooh, someone's ruthless, tactless, forceful, bullying, aggressive. Wow, that follows the devil energy quickly, huh? Someone comes in when you're trying to rewrite the story and you're in your emotions. And they're aggressive and rude. or you perceive them that way. Feels like there's some happiness out here. There's a happiness, there's confidence, there's this light, there's this beautiful, truthful energy. It looks like it's attached to someone who's the high priestess, someone who's very intuitive. They've got an inner voice. So either you might be trying to figure out a storyline, kind of scrambling in your emotions, overwhelmed by emotions. That can also be like confusion. So confused here and confused here, or overwhelm in both your head and your heart space. And that allows this devil energy to come in. Maybe this is you bullying. I want you to see things the way I am seeing things. It's forceful. Like, this is the story. This is the story. And you might be doing that to someone who's very happy. Someone who's a high priestess. Someone who's very intuitive. So it's interesting. It's like... I'm not feeling well. That allows lower vibrational energies to come in. And I want this happiness that the high priestess has. But I'm going about it all the wrong way. I'm being very forceful. I need you to see. It's very interesting that this energy could be yours. Someone comes in like, I'm telling you how things are. This is how things are. This is the story. This is the perception. This is the truth. And I feel in the high priestess is like, nope, I don't recognize that as truth. That's, I think it's confusion. It's hostile, it's brutal, it's argumentative and destructive. There's a miscommunication here. So, all right, Leo, that's your reading for this week. If you're still listening and this has resonated, please consider liking this video, subscribing. I do personal readings. There's a link in the description box below. If this reading felt like a personal reading, imagine what a personal reading would feel like. Very for you. So, all right. Hope that was helpful. Take care, Leo. Bye.